Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, celestial rainbow tribe of the new Edenic timeline. Happy summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. With this powerful June solstice gateway opening, the portals are activated, the veils are lifting, and the light from the great central sun is flowing in freely from the Most High. The light quotient in this realm has raised to a new level, and the heat is fully on as we burn from the fires from within. In the totality of our multidimensional eternal consciousness, we complete our rite of passage in our exodus into the land of paradise forevermore. Although there have been many obstacles along our path with heart, nothing can stop our journey home to the kingdom of heaven within. The doors of heaven have been flung wide open, and the gold rays of Christ consciousness are flooding this realm with unconditional love and compassion for all sentient beings of the new earth. We continue to go through and through and through until full compression breakthrough. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end, and please do us a favor, share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 12 degrees 40 minutes Aries. The sun is at 0 degree 43 minutes Cancer. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 1 degree Cancer. On a ship, the sailors lower an old flag and raise a new one. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 13 degrees Aries. A bomb which failed to explode is now safely concealed. From astrologyweekly.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Ananda Sangha, Mumbai. Happy International Yoga Day to all. Widely regarded as the father of yoga in the West, Paramahansa Yogananda devoted his life to the spread of knowledge about the techniques of yoga meditation, a foundation that has today catapulted into International Yoga Day. By personalizing his own quest for enlightenment and sharing his struggles along the path, Yogananda Paramahansa made yoga accessible to a modern audience, attracting many followers and inspiring millions who practice this ancient tradition now. Today, his Kriya Yoga teachings are widely practiced around the world. The challenges and accomplishments of this journey are detailed in his landmark book, Autobiography of a Yogi. It continues to be the go-to book for seekers, philosophers, and yoga enthusiasts even today. On June 21st, when the world celebrates International Yoga Day for the second year running, yoga enthusiasts around the world will remember Paramahansa Yogananda, the man who took yoga beyond India's shores. This year also marks the 70th anniversary of his spiritual classic, Autobiography of a Yogi. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Long. Portals of summer solstice wide open. Take a deep breath in. Integrate the energies coming in. Allow them to flow through you. Feel the oneness that we all are. Let go of the separation game. Feel yourself unified with all that is. Feel your energy flowing and connecting with the cosmos. As you are rooted deeply to Mother Gaia, feel the love of the heavens lifting you up from suffering. Feel your fears lifting and know there is never anything to fear. Exhale all that love you are feeling and ripple it outwards for all to feel. All is love. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ali Ray. On this blessed day of solstice, may we each go within and greet the light of our own sacred heart. As the light shines brightly today in our world, may we also revel in the magnificent light that shines from within us. Commune with this glorious light in your heart and allow yourself to receive the blessings that await you. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. As we go inward for this time of rebirth and renewal, we are at the entrance to a sacred passageway to our heart's true desire, sending utmost love and blessings to all. I so love you, beloveds. May you shine bright in your glorious light. Happy solstice to all. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Isis Channelings, Solstice June 2022, Hieros Gamos of Lunar Masculine and Solar Feminine. The solstice gateway represents a stellar pause or standstill before a reversal in direction, and like the pregnant pause between the in-breath and out-breath, this stellar pause too is pregnant with alchemical possibilities. For in that moment of standstill, a doorway of cosmic grace opens, a moment of renewal, liberation and resurrection, urging us out of our comfort zone into new ways of being and consciousness. The lead up to this June solstice has been pregnant with codes for the renewal, resurrection, and activation of the masculine energies, not gender, to undertake a brand new journey, the hero of the tarot, where instead of being led predominantly by patriarchal, shadow aspects of his sexual energy and desire of power, control, domination, and the apathy of cold logic, the masculine energy is led by softer energies of the heart, empathy, and compassion, instinct and intuition tempered with reason and discernment. The masculine energies take their cue from the feminine Sophia wisdom, not gender, and then provide this feminine wisdom outer expression, manifestation, via taking courageous and passionate action. This means a change in the established status quo and moving out of the established comfort zone and embracing change, a reorientation and rerouting for the masculine energies within and without. The full moon preceding this solstice on June 14th took place right above the poison sac of Scorpio and below the serpent healer, Ophiuchus, which suddenly brought to the surface all the shadow aspects that we need to transmute via the serpent healer's Kundalini healing and integration medicine in order to fully activate our lunar masculine codes. The feminine energies received a similar upgrade via the solar feminine codes of the Sophia, kingmaker of the pearlescent silver lunar sun, on the full moon solstice on June 24th, 2021, via the ancient womb temple of the silver serpent priestess of Telos. This solstice, June 21st, 2022, we are to receive the lunar masculine codes of the golden flame of Atlantis, held in the lunar temple of Thoth, high priest of Atlantis. June solstice, the sun, masculine, enters Cancer, mother energies. This solstice eve, when the veils are thinnest, potent time for magic and divination. I channeled and live recorded the Hieros Gamos of the solar feminine and lunar masculine, and the fire divination ritual revealed an image of the pregnant seahorse with a baby seahorse in its pouch. Seahorses are unique as it is the male that carries the eggs and births the young on completion of the gestation period, pregnancy. Seems a perfect validation for the lunar masculine codes channeled on this occasion. Seahorses are considered symbols of Poseidon, Neptune, and a symbol of power and strength, and matters of emotion and intuition, in addition to being good luck charms. They stand for amazing partnership between the masculine and feminine energies. The Sophia Kingmaker codes have been provided by the pearlescent lunar sun and Venus, Inanna, Isis, at the gateway of personal power at the solar plexus. Venus is presently at the shamanic gateway of personal power, where all distortions, ego-based attitudes, to the highest expression of our personal power, will, courage, determination, focus, creativity, passion, and discernment are released so that we may align with divine will and provide outer expression, manifestation of our goals and desires. The initiation into the lunar masculine codes is then brought to culmination with an integration of the solar feminine and lunar masculine Silver Serpent and Golden Serpent Kundalini integration by Sekhmet and Hathor. And light and grace and joy be the change you want to see. Sake Na from IsisChannelings.wordpress.com. And from Divine Angel of the Light, Emmanuel. Just a little word to share with you what I am seeing today as energies are at their peak. As I logged in this noon, I was first taken into Gaia, and to my surprise saw a flashing light circling our planet. The crystal beds were activated, as were the lines of energy grid and crop circles. You could say Gaia literally lights up. I saw the amazing crystal grid from Mount Shasta connected to Glastonbury, Bucharest, and many other sacred sites activated. Imagine a lightning speed light coming alive, illuminating everything in its passage. I have felt the presence of guardians of grids and gates who have been in the field for years. The Christian energy is coming back strong. It's spectacular. Being connected to Gaia suddenly felt my crystal circuits activate. It was an emotional moment because I saw and felt the circuit in its complexity and extent. I felt like I was lightened by a whole new force from a power I was unaware of, and yet it felt normal. Yes, because our hearts recognize these frequencies, our cells sip on this vibration, and we unknowingly know it's right. Our mind can only observe. The analysis stops there, because it doesn't have the ability to decipher this multidimensional process. A new cohabitation is required, one where he will have to take second place to be at the service of our hearts. As you know, everyone will have a different experience that will be intimately related to their path and vibration rate. In other words, I share with you what the Arcturians have shown me versus what may will live and feel. Some of you will feel like you got hit by a truck, as if everything you're holding back, low vibrations, just surfaced. It's okay, energies hit and your density explodes for viewing. This is great. This means everything is moving and you are getting ready to transmute. Yes, it's hard, but it's a must, and you can't prevent or stop this process. Be mindful of what happens within you and deal with what comes before you. For those with lower density, a purification process begins. Your cells are activated and your crystal structure is activated. You will experience or not a significant activation in your pineal gland and third eye. A recalibration of your brain is also underway. Listen to your body as it will guide you to what is optimal for you in order to integrate these frequencies. Don't resist the sleep which is essential to this kind of integration. And then for those whose crystal structures are already activated and whose portals of the heart are wide open, it's time to embody the Christ frequencies here in the matter. For you, the frequencies of the solstice will push you into a whole new alignment. An alignment that will require you to take responsibility for everything you emit and behave as a sovereign being. For sure, this journey will require you to serve humanity if you are not already. Take the time to meditate, even for a few minutes, and let yourself be transported by these Christian frequencies that, like wildfire, are ravaging our human hearts to open the frequency portals that within us do not reach. We only want one thing, reclaiming our sovereignty. I love you, Emmanuel. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Amera Atlantis. Summer solstice 2022 is coming in and giving many of us front and center opportunities to choose. Big life choices and opportunities are on deck. The desire for a soul-led life is asking many of us to allow the magnetism that will affect the trajectory of our life ongoing in dramatic and fulfilling ways. I often speak about us being the microcosm of the macro happening on the planet. We are experiencing this being played out intensely this week as Earth is co-creating shifts within us. You will see many souls in the throes of great transition and choices. Remember, it's all divine, and it is all held in the eye of God. The portal of choice is appearing on many fronts. Come up out of shame, blame, guilt, judgment into joy, self-responsibility, and worth. Choose to release sabotage patterns and rewrite our history. choose to be on task fully with our mission. Trajectories for beloved unions are being arranged. The gateway is opened. Trust. Stay present with unexpected turns of events creating new outcomes. Expect beautiful realignments, realizations, and timeline redirections. It is a lot, but nothing changes without change. Oceans of aloha, Mare Atlantis, star of the sea, Poseidon's beloved, keeper of the Atlantean flame, from AmeriAtlantis.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Pars Kute. The solstice energies of the incoming gamma rays from the central sun at the galactic core are bombarding our human vessels now, activating 12 strands of DNA. The Metatronic light codes are ascension codes coming in directly from the galactic core and are the fifth dimensional fabric we know as plasma. The window for random incarnation is narrowing, old Earth, and precise incarnation is widening, new Earth. And yes, we are reaching that height, and in many ways we are there now. With divine love of one, Pars Kute. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Morachetti. The Solstice Heart, from Sirian, Lyra, Andromeda. Maximum light or maximum darkness all depends on your position in space. From the terrestrial grids portion we're hooked to, but little changes. The higher frequencies are in fact entering the field anyway. The planetary portals are wide open. Right now the veil of separation is thinning, and we are being flooded with light at a very high frequency. And this solstice is the sign of the push to realization, of cutting the attachment ropes, of facing the suspensions that manifest in our realities in different ways, of daring to go beyond the limits that the mind sets, of essence to be still and loving to oneself and others, of choice and alignment with your higher self. Light portals, beings from Sirius, Lyra, Andromeda, are very active. We get information from these particular channels, and their directives are usually pretty decisive and firm. That's what we need now to dissolve our waste dual system. The worlds are really upside down now, and the gap between the higher dimensions and the lower frequencies is becoming more and more obvious. This also means that all our contradictions, separations, will also emerge in comparison to each other. The energy is very high, and in a short while it leaves with the breath suspended, and maybe with a sense of tachycardia. And those who are very sensitive, the physical body is probably tired from the work it does on a subtle level, and the light body needs the maximum attention and proper nutrition, and not just in terms of food, especially in terms of vibration. Patience with yourself is the foundation. Using breath is essential to go deep into yourself, honoring all that is. Immobile presence is an important tool to welcome everything without judgment. Happy solstitution, good transit, and endless hugs, Christina. Lyran, Syrian, Andromedan portals, high vibes, strength, power, compassion. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Lumi Ray. Solar flash, summer solstice. The great change, the luminous heart. Firstly, blessed summer solstice at 9:13 a.m. GMT, as the sun woke me at 4 a.m. to see the new pathway through. I never knew how significant today really is. Solar flash actually has a gematria codex of 366, which is in fact the date today, 21-6-6-366, which actually equals 33. The Christ solar consciousness, and again number 6, the Christ purple, ruby, gold ray of devotion and service. Number 33 is the confirmation of arriving at the top of the spinal vertebrae. To be born again as the Christ self, or into the Christ consciousness, 5D. As I connected into Avalon, I saw Lady Avalon dancing upon the heart chakra of the world, in floods of rainbow solar plasmic waves of celebration, the solar flash. 9 and 13 are also significant here, as 9 is the completion of a cycle, and 13 is the 0 point divine feminine womb of creation. beaming both magenta and diamond light that emerges from the void of black cosmic womb infinity. This rebirthing and moment of conception is the inner solar flash into Christ consciousness happening inside our DNA. The solar flash is a series of plasmic upgrades within, and many solar flashes will occur in the build-up to 2027, where the collective consciousness will start the mutation of genes into the new solar great central sun consciousness. What this means for you is the genetic transmutation of the solar plexus, the sudden and dramatic release of karma toxins that were held within the solar plexus are rapidly burned through in a fire of serious heat, which is the friction of trauma and past life karmic connections and ancestral patterning release. These toxins will leave the body in a heat that will affect the largest organ in the body, the skin. Sudden skin breakouts, rosacea, flushing, purging, and skin disorders will increase and enable the process of releasing heat. 2027 is the 11th ray initiation of the Peach Ray. This Peach Ray is the crystallization into Gaia and unity consciousness that anchors as the 5D navel chakra. This calibration of the old root chakra, sacral, and old solar plexus will become merged into a single 0 point as the navel chakra, reconnecting your etheric golden umbilical cord back through the DNA pathways, unlocking the golden sun of the Atlantean Golden Age parallel template and the new Aquarian Age solar light. You'll no longer have a solar plexus but an inner sun that is light without heat. This will cure stomach and digestive issues that will be no more and allow you to get nutrients as a lightarian. Not solely, but more and more as our diets change dramatically to become more light. Proteins, amino acids, and cellular hydration will be the key to successfully moving through this fiery blaze of the system. Toxins and heavy metals will and are erupting like a volcano, with powerful emotional triggers and mental thought form entities like hooks to relationships, family, and karmic friendships. Your contacts list will become very small as you empty out the threads of codependent connections, which will free you up to find soul family and align growth mind forward thinkers. This will allow us to move into galactic central sun understanding that will assist us in the dissolving of money systems and how to work with AI for interstellar travel and quantum computing long term, by which point the Aquarian Age will be in full swing of advanced technology. We will walk a fine line with embodiment of souls and truth. 21 is of a paramount importance and is the one of the initiations of the sacred rays of creation that I offer with the luminous heart to advanced seekers and light workers, as this will propel your journey through this portal and be a guide to the vast transfiguration that will take place as your entire auric rainbow body changes into the higher rays. Grounding will no longer be what you used to do, but shift into a quantum way. Sexual energy will be opened into amazing creative energies, and the solar plexus will shift into luminous inner sun as you work towards anchoring the great central sun chakra. Your Christ fluid has traveled down into the underworld and back up the 33 portals of the spine, and today has resurrected into the pineal gland, boosted by the solar sun energies as a solar flash inside your DNA for this next move into unity consciousness and the solar return into the abundant new Garden of Eden. This is the great change, and we are all going through it, all in this together. Let us know what changes you are feeling. As always, with luminous love, Lumi Ray. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. Major DNA upgrades are occurring as we jumpstart this solstice season. New energies are helping you break free into higher levels of income and lifestyle. God has chosen you, and you have chosen God. We are part of God's chosen race's ground crew to begin renewed in God's kingdom. Whatever you want, you shall have in this new timeline. All interferences must be divulged and removed for you to manifest your new life. What used to block your health, inheritances, and birthrights cannot any longer. They are being kept at a distance to protect you, your sacred temple, and the ability to birth your manifestations. It's important today to plan with clear intention what these things are that you desire. Your perception and goals are changing quickly as we complete the death and rebirth process, so you may need to reevaluate this daily for the time being. Soon your heart will come into full balance, and it will be easier to move full steam ahead knowing who you are and what you want. Until we get there, it's your time to decide and make the moves, shifts, and changes as your spirit guides you. Focusing on setting intentions will help speed up the process. You're being guided to start with creating peace, healing, direction, and happiness for yourself and your family until you have clearer direction moving forward. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you. Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Daniel Giamario, Shamanic Astrology Mystery School, June Solstice Reflections and Considerations. The exact June solstice is 2:14 a.m. PDT, early Tuesday morning. This is the moment the sun is farthest north of due east or west and located at the directional tropical zodiac at 0 degree of the sign Cancer. The word solstice means sun stands still. The solstices are quite a bit different from equinoxes, as the sun, as can be seen on the horizon at sunrise and sunset, rises and sets at precisely the same place for 3 days. The 3 days issue is somewhat ceremonial and traditional, as from June 5th through July 5th the sun lingers within 1 degree of the same rising or setting placement. Unlike for equinoxes where the sun moves really fast, requiring experiential ceremony to occur with a 24-hour time period, there is far greater latitude for solstice ceremony. The location of the June Cancer sun, as seen amongst the stars and constellations, is really important to be aware of. The Cancer solstice is located between the left foot of the Twins constellation Gemini and the left horn of the Bull constellation Taurus. This location is also where the ecliptic, the path that the sun travels around the zodiacal constellations, and the galactic equator, called the Milky Way, intersect. This location is also near the center of a circle of stars that the Lakota call the Sacred Hoop, and modern astronomers sometimes egregiously call a speedway. The Lakota included the Pleiades in the hoop, but modern astronomers exclude the Pleiades from the speedway. This astronomical configuration is very possibly the original source of the ancient symbol of a circle with a cross. There are other important astronomical and mythical aspects to the June solstice. Zero Cancer is the exact opposite of the more well-known location of the galactic center between the Scorpion and the Archer constellations. This is also called the Golden Gate. It's possible to envision the Golden Gate as either the gate of ascension or the place where all that is spent and needing of composting is sent out into the great black hole at the center of our galaxy for ultimate renewal. Meanwhile, the opposite place, what astronomers inelegantly call the galactic anti-center, and what our school calls the galactic edge, GE, is welcoming new creation. From a great number of global aboriginal traditions around the world, this place in the sky between the bull and the twins, and situated at the center of the cross within the circle, has been always seen as the place where souls enter into incarnation down the Milky Way, galactic equator, and first encountering the gates of duality at the feet of the twins, seen in the sky as a great Roman numeral 2. The galactic age gate has been called the Silver Gate, the place of incarnation. When engaging in your June solstice ceremonials, keep this in mind. Should you be working with the sunrises or sunsets, be aware that the sun is at the galactic edge, receiving energetic transmissions from outside the galaxy, as well as inviting all that is visionary and new, including the new souls that are incarnating. Be open to as much of the incoming new insights and intuitions as we endeavor to assist in the creation of a totally new epoch. Be a part of what Jung suggested, to dream the vision onwards. From shamanicastrology.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Natalia Alba, beloved ones, today we celebrate the solstice and the solar waves received from our central sun. For all who are willing to transform themselves for this new light comes to dissolve fears and old timelines and help us move into a new dimensional space. This is a time for sacred communion and deep consecration to our ascension journey, to be able to dismantle old timelines and anchor the ones we desire to navigate next. A time for spiritual cleansing, for as multidimensional beings we are connected to all within creation, and as we release old aspects of the self, moving into new timelines, we have to clean the wounds, pains, and emotional baggage that came when we make such a significant jump. For it is not easy to leave behind an obsolete reality and step into a more illumined one. The energies surrounding the solstice are helping us in taking this quantum leap. However, as humans, we unconsciously carry with us old memories, and if we do not intentionally clear them, this may sabotage our desire to anchor ourselves within a new reality. At this time, the solstice acts as the passage that opens the wisdom portal we will have on 7/7, and that will be linked to the Lion's Gate, a light that is so profound that sweeps away all that cannot coexist with the new illumined frequencies that we are choosing to integrate and co-create with. This is why it is so important to physically, emotionally, and spiritually cleanse ourselves during this long passage. For the solstice's energies are not a one-day passage, and we will continue working with these essences for quite a while. Preparing our bodies is essential if we wish to embody the sun codes that are entering our planet, due to the rehabilitation of the many manipulated structures that are now being restored by the intense grid work done that many are undertaking. Codes that will intensify as 8/8 comes and as we continue with our inner work of synthesis. It is now for the first time in our human history that we can come back to experience the potential and wisdom of who we originally were meant to be. It is in our hands to do the inner work required for this to occur. For as I always say, no one is going to do the inner work for us if we are not willing to experience all the initiations required for us to pass from unconscious beings to sovereign free ones. Have a blessed solstice, beloved ones, with infinite love, Natalia Alba from StarseedSoul.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Venus in Taurus trine Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Sun enters Cancer. The moon lies on the final degree of Pisces, the final degree of the zodiac. There's acute awareness of the flux, the changing times, the uncertainty of life and all it holds. There are angels singing and weeping, the cries of the lost and forgotten, the miracles and magic, fae folk giggling, everything and nothing, fading in and out, an invisible connecting thread from here to eternity. Breathe. Venus reaches to Pluto, stretching, flowing, heart knowing, earth loving, body reveling. You are here, she says. This gives you power. Work from the heart, center in the present. Allow for transformation. Love deeply. With a heavenly chime, the sun reaches his height of power in the northern hemisphere. The oak king, great and glorious, tickles Mother Earth with his golden rays. Soon the fruit will be ripe. Celebrate. Dance sunwise with the fairies. Fall in love with life. Thank our star. Love is the truth. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from Harmonic Convergence 2020 through 2028, entering the solstice gateway of the new time. June 21st marks the start of the 13-month year for many indigenous peoples across the Andes. This solstice point marks the start of year 5530 of their ancient calendar. The New Year festivals hold different names according to each tradition. The 3434 Solstice Synchronization Stargate. The solstice portal opening today is synchronizing with the completion of key harmonic resonant markers within the process of galactic synchronization, harmonic convergence that was ignited on July 26, 1987. How is this? On the Tzolk'in count of 260 days, the solstice portal opening today corresponds to Keen 34, White Galactic Wizard, is synchronizing with the completion of 49 Tzolk'in cycles of 260 days since ground zero of the new dispensation of time of July 26, 1987, NS 1.0.1.1, Keen 34. Number 34 holds the 9th position on the Fibonacci spiral sequence. This solstice alignment is therefore serving as celestial marker in space and harmonic marker in time, signaling the opening of a 34-day countdown to end the new Sirius cycle 1.34 and the start of a new galactic year on July 26, 2022, marked by the heliacal rising of Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, at sacred geometrical latitude of 19.5 degrees north, Teotihuacan, Edzna, Big Island, New Sirius Cycle 1, 1987 through 2039, 3434 Synchronization Portal. Last day out of time, July 25th, 2021, NS 1.33.0.0, signal the closing of the 34th solar orbit of the 52-year New Sirius Cycle 1987 through 2039, and synchronized with the completion of 8 years from crossing the galactic synchronization portal of July 26, 2013, NS 1.26.1.1, marking the exact 26-year midpoint of New Sirius Cycle 1 of the new dispensation of time, corresponding to the 52-year interval between July 25th, 1987 day at a time, NS 1.0.0.0, Keen 33, and July 25th, 2039 day out of time, NS 1.52.0.0, Keen 33, 3333, next day out of time, July 25th, 2022, NS 1.34.0.0, Keen 68, 3-star, will therefore mark the completion of the 35 years from ground zero of the new time, July 26, 1987, NS 1.0.1.1, Keen 34, 8 Wizard, time is art. And from 13 Moon Peace time, Keen 34, Summer Solstice, Synchronic Order and the Sun. All of the codes are a program being transmitted from another dimension through the sun. The sun is key to all life. The sunspot cycles are carriers of information from different star systems and from different dimensions that reach the biosphere and noosphere of Earth and the rest of the planet as well. But our planet has special focus. The ejection of more plasmas affects the DNA of all living matter and creates a quickening within our biological organism. So the ejection of these plasmas creates solar initiations. These initiations are about the manifestation of the ways and levels of what we call cosmic consciousness that are stepped down to affect the living matter of places like Earth. When we develop our biosolar telepathic powers, then we can tune into the beam information. We can develop a science of biosolar telepathy so we can consciously read the information of the beam. We are of the sun. Everything we are and think is from the sun. But the sun itself is only receiving from the Hunab Ku, the one supreme source. All that we consider to be our perceptions of reality are constructs of different thinking layers which permeate the galaxy in holographic bundles, and to which we are receptive according to our stage of spiritual advancement. No one is independent of the single soul emanated by the Hunab Ku. Volume Votan, Mystery of the Stone, Galactic Handbook and Synchronized Meditations, Foundation of the Law of Time. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 34, White Galactic Wizard. The number 8 is called Galactic and its keywords are harmony, model, and integrity. Galactic days are great for enjoying music, striving for harmony in your life, and making more of an effort to get along with others. Integrity is a key word because harmony can only exist where there is integrity. Did you ever do something you are not proud of? When in that moment you lacked integrity, how quickly was that followed by disharmony? The 8th day of a wave spell is always gentle, and whatever day it is combined with, it has a tendency to dial it down and make it less intense. Today is White Wizard, and keywords associated with it are enchantment, receptivity, and timelessness. The wizard is a very shamanic energy, and enchantment happens when you experience non-ordinary realms. These profound moments can change you on a very deep level. There is more to this world than meets the eye. It is an interesting combination of day and number, suggesting that by finding harmony, this can be a precursor to enchantment. Alternatively, is by being enchanted that you restore harmony in your life. Today may you be enchanted in a harmonious way. You may also be the one who enchants others. Just be careful and use your integrity. The Galactic Wizard is a good guy and doesn't put spells on others for personal gain. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Galactic Wizard, 8 Ish, Keen 34, 21st of June 2022, Solstice, Exposing Truth. 21/6/2022 equal 366 equal 312 equal 33 equals 6. 21/12/33 Holy Trinity Portal. Day codes 21 Crown of the Magi, Victory, Rewards. 3 Holy Triad, Joy, Creativity, Divine. 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Romance, Fertility, Month Year Codes. 6 12 Acquiring Strength, Wisdom. 3 20 The Awakening, Clear Vision. 22 Architect of Peace, Master Builder. Keen 34 equals 7 Magic, Mystic, Spiritual Solitude. Hooray, hooray, it's White Wizardry on the Solstice Day, another uber special magical divine ascension day. Day 8 in the Blue Hand Wave spell of accomplishing healing on all levels through accessing greater knowledge and skills. The 8th day is where we learn to be still and receptive in order to integrate the magic flowing through us, which is needed to accomplish our desires and return us to wholeness. How divinely perfect. Solstice is when the sun stands still, so the Galactic Wizard enables us to be still, to access the natural endless magic of this precious portal. Galactic is tone number 8, which represents infinity, abundance, and flow, the inflow and outflow from Source. As we connect through our pure hearts and minds, we begin to witness more magic in our lives. Connection to Source, the sun, and the stars reveals divine truth, and this wisdom can set us free. Tone of creation, Galactic, tone 8 in the mental realm. Action, modeling, power, harmonize, essence, integrity. The Galactic tone will influence much mental analysis today. The most important factor is that we model integrity in our thoughts, words, and actions. Are our intentions based on harmony through integrity of being? Our plans need to be transparent and for the highest good of our community and planet, for them to hold up in these new energies. Our projects and business models will then serve as a model for others following in our footsteps who hold the ideals of unity, peace, and harmony as a priority. At Tone 8, we have entered a new scale, and we are so proud. We just have to model ourselves for other. We have also mastered harmony at this stage. We are galactic, and don't we know it? It is timely today that we open our minds and hearts to receive love and wisdom from our galactic star families. In turn, we should also take some time to send them our deep appreciation and love, opening the doorway to stronger communication channels, more magic and closer connections. Powerful galactic portal is open today. Get ready to become galactic citizens. Aho, planetary keen. Happy Solstice Day. Today's question is, what false constructs need to be discarded that have impeded you from stepping up into your full integrity, becoming receptive to the truth of your divine existence? Divine blessings for the return of truth, honor, and integrity in our enchanting new world. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 34, White Galactic Wizard. The mantra, the code for today is, I harmonize in order to enchant. Modeling receptivity, I seal the output of timelessness. With the galactic tone of integrity, I am guided by the power of endlessness. And on this powerful day of activations, manifestations, and transformations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to help support us and help us continue bringing these transmissions to the world daily, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Michelle Oling, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in this great work and mission. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. Now, I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now, we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful code and visualization from 13 Moon Peace Time. Happy Summer Solstice, Keen 33. A reflective exercise perfect for today. The GM108X transmission is the central focusing beam of a new force field on planet Earth. This transmission originates from the star Sirius, which in turn receives its pulsations from Hunabku, the center of the galaxy. The beam is then focalized through the sun as a type of radio program that coordinates the sunspot cycles. These sunspot cycles transmit the beam through peak solar activity, sending solar information to Earth. When the energy beam changes its frequency, the filter sun changes accordingly. This new beam is seeded as a time-release program with different bundles of information that are made available at precise points in time. How to connect to the new beam. Visualize a radiant, blazing sun at your third eye. Practice increasing and decreasing the light. Focus on your breath and relax your mind back to its natural state. Feel the warmth of this inner sun pulse from your third eye and then circulate through your entire body. Now pulse a beam of light through your third eye to the center of the sun. If the sun is out, you might wish to practice this outside. As you transmit this beam to the center of the sun, see another beam coming through the lens of the physical sun. This is the new galactic beam. Meditate on this new beam as an information bundle loaded with knowledge from various star systems. This beam is a seedbed of new frequencies, new perceptions, and a new way of being on planet Earth. Try practicing this every day for an entire 28-day moon and see what type of new energy and information you might receive. From lawoftime.org. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed, sacred, and powerful solstice gateway opening. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.